And what makes a sustainable fashion design winner? How can you figure out which upcycles are really worth the time and effort, and it's always 3 or 4 times as much time as you think it will be? And how do you choose? And those were the questions that really inspired me to start the ultimate zero budget fashion design contest, which is an upcycling contest. Now, it's a design contest, not a sketch contest, so it's the best idea, not the best drawing, that's going to win. 16 of my friends gave me their sketches, and our judges are going to evaluate them based on, well, how original they are, and that'll be worth 30 points, how easy to make they are, that'll be worth 20 points, and how low waste they are. So that's how little fabric they destroy in the process of being made, and that's worth 10 points, and how universal and versatile are they, and that's also worth 10 points. Now the winner is going to get their design upcycled and custom made by me in their size, and you get a tutorial of how to make it. Now there are 2 winners. One is for the grand prize, and that's our judge's choice, and the other is the audience favorite. So you have voted, your votes have come in, and we will be announcing all the winners, and every category has an honorable mention that goes down in our Hall of Fame. So just to get you excited, let's hear kind of an overview of what the judges thought of the contest.
It was very modern and almost like business, fashion forward, but at the same time you get the sweatpants and the big pockets, and it's a juxtaposition that you don't see often.
My overall favorite actually is the lace and leisure top with the t-shirt yarns. I just thought it was a lot of fun.
I feel like this is something I would see someone wearing at the Met Gala. It's just, I love the green and I love the way the gown flows. It's super cool. So I would have to say that is definitely my favorite one.
Okay, I forgot to mention that the contest is based on specifically upcycling the athletic wear that we had for this contest, right? So the things have to be able to be made out of the garments that we provided, and we'll show you the garments next to the designs like you just saw now. Okay, so our first category is waste not, want not. This is worth 10 points, and the judges are going to talk about how low waste or close to zero waste in upcycling. We don't always go for zero waste because there are damaged areas, worn areas, sometimes of the fabric in the previous garments that we just want to get rid of. So it's low waste. Let's hear what they have to say.
The most low waste one to me is probably going to be that riding hoodie and the loungewear. We're not wasting a lot. We're not using a whole lot of fabric or having to cut things up too much. However, the calico coat with the fur used from all the scraps, I think that's a really great way to use up a lot of fabric as well. So that's probably another one that's going to be really, really low waste.
I thought that the expedition set was a great use of the materials, and I saw there's a lot of elements that could be added in with scraps later. So I thought that's a really good sustainable idea.
I'm gonna have to go with one of the ideas that has the shredded t-shirts, because I think if you can shred a t-shirt, then obviously you're not gonna have very much left over because that's part of the design, right? Out of the 2 of them, I'm gonna have to go with the calico coat. Simply because to me it looks like there's a lot more usage of the shredded shirts or garments or whatever, simply because it looks like more product would be used.
All right, so are you ready for our first honorary title? Our first winner is the Calico Coat by Daryl Fran. Congratulations, Daryl. Let's find the applause, and here is, just to remind you, that's the sketch, and where's our applause? There we go, yay! Congratulations, Daryl. All right, our next category is also worth 10 points, and this is the versatility category, the anyone, anywhere category. So let's hear what the judges have to say.
For versatility, I'm gonna have to go with the riding hood loungewear, because I know personally I am a very big fan of comfort wear when I'm not going into professional settings, and I feel like that's pretty gender neutral, and I feel like For me, one of my favorite combos when I just don't want to put in too much effort is a nice sweatshirt and a pair of jeans.
The riding lounge set was my pick, and then out of the two of them, my favorite would be the top, the hoodie. And I just thought that that is something that I could see the widest variety of people wearing and enjoy wearing.
I really like that expedition set. Like, I think that's a really easy, like, suit thing. But I also know that it's not necessarily, that tailored look is not everybody's style. So that kind of takes me back to that little riding hoodie and the loungewear again, because everybody loves a pair of sweatpants. Everybody loves, you see, I've got a hoodie on right now. So everybody's going to wear a hoodie. Everybody's going to wear a pair of fun sweatpants.
All right, now having heard that, you probably already suspect our winner for this category is the Riding Lounge Top by Erin Angel. So congratulations, Erin. You did an awesome job. Oh, let's get your sketch up and your applause. Yay, Erin! I love you. Awesome. Okay, now we're moving on to the easy make category. This is worth 20 points. What do our judges think of the top contenders here?
For easy to make, I thought that the lace and leisure top with the t-shirt yarn would be a really cool intro to someone who's new to upcycling and sewing, and you get to play with your scissors and your design, and yeah, it could be a really exciting way to step into garment creation.
I'm thinking this riding hoodie is probably going to be the easiest to make, especially when it comes to upcycling. Pull out a couple of hoodies and a pair of sweatpants and then apply some appliques. It's definitely going to be the best one for the easy category.
I definitely am going to give that the best for simplicity because it has like a laid back vibe and it doesn't look like it's too many parts to throw together.
All right. You know, it's looking kind of good for Erin again. And guess what? She won again! Yay! Congratulations, Erin. You rock, man. Easy to make and versatile. Wonderful, wonderful. Our next category, now we're starting to get into the nitty-gritty of it all here. So this category is worth 30 points because it's actually very important in our world to come up with fresh and new ideas. And this is the most original category. So let's hear what our judges thought of this category.
I liked the full expedition set as a look. So it was two pieces, the 15 and 16. But I thought that the look was so beautiful and cohesive. The fabrics would work well for that design that they chose. I thought it would translate well with the actual upcycling.
Creatively, it's that Daphne dress top. I love the collar. I love all the ruffles. There was a lot of ruffles happening. The slight little off balance there, but there's so much movement and I like it. I love the draping, the collar. I think it is one of my favorites as far as originality and creativity. It's just a lot of fun.
They're all amazing, but I think I'm going to have to go with most originality as being the top part of the expedition. Something about the weaving in and out of the two shirts, especially in the back and the sides there, something sticks out to me where I've never seen that before, where it seems to be two shirts just combined in this seamless like flow, and that's really cool to me, and I'm gonna have to give that the best originality just because I've never quite seen anything like that, and yeah, I'd wear that.
All right, and the category, this is the most important category, 30 points now up for the grabs, and by the way, the winner is the one that gets the total highest score. So in the most original category, our winner is Mia Lynn. Yay! Congratulations, Mia. There's your applause. Yay! Now, if you don't know, Mia actually won the last contest. Mia, do you recognize, is this my top familiar from your winning look? Because it was totally inspired by it. Instead of doing a whole dress, I just did the top part. Thank you, Mia. Congratulations. on your expedition top being the most original design in our contest. This bodes well for you. Next, we're going to go on to your category. Your category, the audience favorite. So this is where we put all these up on a video a couple months ago, and you've been voting. And by one vote, we have a winner, and it is the Daphne dress top also by Mia Lynn. Mia, she's rocking it. That one's not quite as polished of a sketch, Mia. I know we said sketches don't matter, but congratulations. You are the audience favorite, so we'll be getting a tutorial of that. And now we have, in the running up for the grand prize title, we have three pieces. We have the Lace and Leisure top, so that's the yarn one. We have Erin's Riding Lounge top, because she's done so well in those other categories. And Mia Lynn's, the most original, the Expedition top we just saw. So those are our three contenders. And our runner-up is the Lace and Leisure top. Hey, let's have a look at that. And congratulations, Marla Simpson. Marla's my sister. Marla, you're awesome. I love you. Thank you for playing along with me, Marla. Awesome. That leaves us 2 in the running for the grand prize. Really can't talk here when I do this live. And the grand prize is the Expedition top by Mia Lynn. Looks like, Mia, you've cleaned up, man. You won the last contest, you won this contest, you won runner-up. No, you didn't win runner-up. You won audience favorite and the grand prize winner. Oh, your applause. Here, let's look at your top. And here's your applause. Congratulations! Well, hopefully this has really helped you hone in on some of the things that you want to think about in selecting not just upcycled clothes, but anything for your sustainable wardrobe. And if you enjoyed like picking out your winners and got inspired to try some of the things in some of the sketches, you might also enjoy checking out our previous contests. We had, for my 60th birthday, we had a lot of entries, so the last contest was a big one. Thank you so much, and happy upcycling. Oh, let me check and see, do I have any questions or comments I need to respond to? If I do, let me switch. I'm going to switch over to another camera. Okay.